everybody. My name is Beth and I am the Steadfast Stitcher, and this is my Flosstube channel. Today I am doing a mid-year WIP parade. The reason being, if you're brand new to my channel, I am starting 60 WIPs in 2023 for my 60th birthday. I started the first one on January 1st, and then my 60th one will be on my birthday, which is in December. So I promised to do a video when I hit the halfway mark, 30 WIPs, 30 new starts, to show everybody my progress, what I've started so far, and good reminder for me as well. So let's get started, and thank you so much for joining me. All right, yes, I know 60 starts is a little crazy, but I'm considering it crazy fun. So here we go. My first start was on January 1st, and I did Brownfish Owl by Kathy Barrick, and I started this with Owl and Gator Stitcher. You can get that without some glare. There we go. I love Kathy Barrick designs. They're wonderful. Now, the called for is NPIs or a DMC conversion, but I'm doing a mix of DMC and Weeks Die Works. And I'm doing this on 20 count Ada by Dying for Cross Stitch, and this is Dust Bunnies Light is the name of the fabric. So this is where I'm at so far. I'm leaving part of this section blank and the section below blank for now until I get the date finished and decide how I want to put my name on it. On the pattern, she has it set up like a antique sampler. So I want to put the actual date that I finished and my name. So I am saving that part for last. So that was my January 1st start, number 1. My next start was by Stitching Mommy, and this is Temperature Butterflies. I had a hard time deciding between her temperature tree and the butterflies, but I saw EJ Creates working on this one, and I just loved seeing the butterflies. I think they're so, so pretty. Now I am stitching this on 22 count At the Pond by Bee Stitch Me. I'm behind, but I'm at least in February. So I've got the January's all done, and I'm working on the February butterfly. AccuWeather is a great source to pull previous weather, previous temperatures for previous months for a number of years. So I'm using AccuWeather to get my temperatures. But I think this is very pretty. And I love this fabric. This is going to be a very enjoyable stitch. Hello, Chloe. And hopefully I can get caught up on it in the near future. What are you stitching on tonight while you're watching or working on? Maybe you're knitting or quilting or just watching. Love to hear what you're all doing while you watch YouTube, Flosstube channels. All right, my number 3 start was The Stables at Hollyberry Farm by Stacy Nash Primitives. And I am doing this with Hannah Dowling. She has a lot more done on hers than I have on mine. She is doing the Halloween at Hollyberry Farms. So it's any of the Stacy Nash Hollyberry Farms. And I believe it is called Hollyberry Farms 2023 Sal. I am doing this on 36 count Vintage Country Mocha Edinburgh linen with the called for colors. And I love this fabric. This is so pretty. And with those entwined ferns or vines right here, the house is right underneath that. I am excited to start stitching on the house. I think it's going to be beautiful. I need to get back to this one. I tend to stitch on Ada when I'm on Zoom. My Crafts and Books group has a Zoom every Monday and Friday nights. So I tend to work on Ada on Zoom, and then whenever I'm not on Zoom, I'll stitch on my linen or my higher count even weaves. So my next start after Stables at Hollyberry Farm was The Fox by Cottage Garden Samplings. This is from the Year in the Woods. And I have just a little start on this, but I'm doing it on 25 count over 1. And see if I can get this right side up. There we go. This is where I'm at so far. So really cute pattern. I'm not going to be going in order, but I do intend to stitch pretty much all of the Year in the Woods at some point. But I think I'm going to start the bear next before I get the fox done, probably. I'm doing this on 25 count, and I believe it is called Storm Clouds Lugana. This is take 2 on my video. Something really weird happened with number 1, so the number 1 video, so I'm hoping this one goes okay. I'm going to try something a little different with breaking it up. You won't see it, but I'm going to try it on the back end here. So my next start was Holiday Rooster Sampler. And this is by Hemlock and Rye Stitchery, which is Julie, Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World. I really like this one. I am doing the blue-gray option that she also had for this. And I am waiting for her new Thursa that she is working on, a new colorway. And as soon as that comes out, I am grabbing it. But back to this one. This is a Holiday Rooster Sampler. It's only 2 colors. And it is a fun stitch. I am doing this on 25 count Lugana over 1. And the fabric is Parchment Light by Dyeing for Cross Stitch. And that's where I am at the moment. It's been a while since I've pulled this out, and now that I'm seeing it, I want to get it back out again and start working on it. It is really enjoyable. Yeah, I need to pull this one back out again. Julie has really come up with some amazing patterns, and I'm always looking forward to seeing more of hers. I have some of her houses that she's done as well, and they're wonderful. So next after that, I started the Haunted Library by Lola Crow Stitches. And I did wait until the full pattern was revealed until I purchased it. That's my thing about mystery sales. I want to see the whole thing first. So she has a new sal out now, which is looking really great, but I will wait until the end of it. But you can see it's got like the librarian from Ghostbusters, Edgar Allan Poe, Mary Shelley, Frankenstein, vampires. This is wonderful. The Invisible Man right in the center, or the Headless Horseman. I'm not sure which, but I love this. Now I am stitching this on fabric I dyed myself. It is 18 count Ada. It helps if I put it the right way up. Yes, here we go. So I'm working on the gentleman in the center, whether he's the Headless Horseman or the Invisible Man. And I really like this one. This is going to be fun to do. I need to get back to it. So 2023, with doing 60 new starts for my 60th birthday, I don't really plan on finishes or even a whole heck of a lot of progress. 2024 will be my year to focus on everything I started and getting some really good work in it and getting as many finishes as possible. Now, some of these are huge, so they're not going to get finishes in 2024, but I can make some progress. All right, the next one I started is Gentle Needle by Monticello Stitches. I love this one. I saw Mary the Daydream Stitcher working on this, and I just fell in love. I bought it and then showed it on my video, and Becky saw it, who's in my Crafts and Books group, and she started and finished it already. And she is such a fast stitcher, and a beautiful stitcher at that too. I love seeing her work, and she does some great FFOs as well, so I'm always anxious to see what she's working on. But so this is a Gentle Needle. I am doing this on 18 count Dust Bunnies by Dying for Cross Stitch. And this is where I'm at with it. I'm hoping the light isn't washing this out. With it being take 2, I started filming during the daylight, and now round 2, it's evening. So I love that parrot. It is so adorable. This is a very fun stitch. I brought this out for a couple of evenings during the week last week and really enjoyed it. It's a great stitch. And thank you, Mary, for enabling me. This one's kind of my walk of shame. I'm kind of disappointed in myself. I signed up for a class at Barefoot Needle Arts in South Carolina, and my normal LNS is Stitch Point On Friendly in Greensboro, and they're absolutely wonderful, and they've grown their cross stitch collection and fabrics recently. So if you're in North Carolina, do go check them out. And anyways, I signed up for this class, and Isabel from the Primitive Hair was there to teach it, and she is lovely. Oh my gosh, what a super nice person. But there was a lot going on at the time, and I did not get it finished. So I started the border for the drum, and I'm almost finished with the mermaid. But yeah, this is kind of my walk of shame because I have not completely FFO'd this yet. I do have a ton of notes that I took in the class, and all the finishing materials. So hopefully I will get this done. I just kind of keep looking at it and going, oh, I didn't finish this when I was supposed to. But I think she is a very cool looking mermaid. And I love this 30 count Salem, old Salem linen that is also available from Primitive Hair. And I will link her Etsy store below so that you can get take a look at some of the linens that she has. I just recently picked up some of her Berlin linen as well that has the writing on it, and it is beautiful. All right, after the Burgundy Mermaid, I started this small sampler, and it's from the book Love Lives Here by Teresa Kogut. And I love Teresa Kogut's patterns. And let me pull up. All right. So I am doing the small sampler right up here. I started this with Cat Stitch, and she's already finished hers. So, and hers is gorgeous. So yeah, if you check out her Flosstube, you can see it. And I am doing this on 25 count. I believe it's Storm Clouds Lugana. And that's where I'm at so far. I'm using the called for colors except for the gray. I didn't have the DMC, so I switched it up to Weeks Dye Works gray, which used to be called Confederate gray, I believe. And I like the slight variegation in it to going grays to browns. That's perfect for smoke and a couple of other things that are in the pattern. And sorry for all the zippers, but I don't put everything back. I won't. I'll end up with a mishmash and trying to figure out what I'm doing. All right, so after this small sampler, I got a little out of order. 1 second. There we go. After this small sampler, here we go. I started the Spring Green Salt Box from Pinker and Pumpkin. She has a wide variety of salt boxes on her blog that are available, patterns that are available for free, and they are beautiful. Becky, that I've mentioned earlier in my Crafts and Books group, she's done all of the salt boxes as pillows, and she showed them off one time, and they look fantastic. So I'm looking forward to doing kind of a similar thing with her salt boxes as well. Now this one will probably be bigger than the salt boxes in the future, but I had some of the DMC pre-printed 14 count Ada, and I decided to use that to do the spring green. And you see it has like the orange and the creams in here, and I thought that went perfectly with the spring theme. So yeah, this is on 14 count Ada, and this is just, you know, from a big box store. I do hope, it would be nice, I hope DMC does more of these pre-printed fabrics, but on different counts. That would be wonderful. All right, now it's your turn. Okay. All right, so the next one I started after Spring Green Salt Box was the Rose and the Giant Pear. And this is from Hands Across the Sea. It's a great pattern. And I was enabled by Gail from my group on this one. I loved seeing her work on it. And I was also enabled to try out the Vicki Clayton silks. And this is the first time I've used them, and they are a joy to stitch with. You see some of the colors. It's a beautiful sheen to them. Just lovely. So she already had a silk pack together for the Rose and the Giant Pear, Vicki Clayton. It's HDF Silks. I will link them below. And I also purchased their silk pack for a Rosewood Manor. Hold on one moment. I did this the last time I pulled it out. Pulled out the silks. I sent one roly-poly underneath my sofa. But I did this, got the silk pack for a Rosewood Manor that I will be starting later this year. And I'm really excited about it. All right. The next one I started was from the Jingle Ball. If you went to the Jingle Ball, I hope you had as wonderful a time as I did, and I cannot wait for Lindy Stitches to do the Jingle Ball this year. If you didn't get a chance to go last year, definitely try to make this coming year because it is really fabulous. All right, so I got Coulter the Fox from the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. Now, they also had a Jingle Ball book, and Coulter the Fox's girlfriend is in there. So I picked her up as well, and after I finish Coulter, I will work on his girlfriend. Oh, I am doing this on 18 count light gray from Dying for Cross Stitch. And I'm on the pine cones at the top, and I think the pine cones are really pretty. I really liked how those turned out. So, yeah, so I'm down at the very top of Coulter's head. And I'll be heading to work on Coulter fairly soon. I do plan on doing Jolly July. So I will be focusing on new starts that are Christmas related and anything else that I have that is Christmas in the month of July. I do have some older WIPs that are pre the crazy 60 starts and 60 for my 60th birthday. So I will be working on some of those as well. All right, so after Coulter the Fox came a wonderful gift from my friend Peggy. Peggy, I believe she got this at an estate sale, but for really crazy little money. But this is a pattern from Nora Corbett Memorabilia that's been discontinued. It is Elizabeth and the Lavender Sky. And it's a beautiful picture, but it really doesn't do justice to how amazing this the colors are. I am doing this on 32 count Lagana over 2. And it's just an antique white Zweigart Lugana. So I'm only in the top corner here. And there's a lot more colors in it than it looks. But that purple and the greens are so vibrant and beautiful. I love working on this one. And I'm looking forward to pulling it out again soon. I had hopes of getting this done before the Mirabilia Queen City Stitch Retreat in October, but I don't think it's going to happen as much as I would like to. But I will definitely be bringing it with me. All right, so next after Elizabeth is Lizzie. This one is Lizzie Kate, and it is Cat Lessons for People. And I just have a very little start on this, but it is fun. And it says, be persnickety, play with your food, appreciate wildlife, nap every day, don't bite when a hiss will do, practice patience, listen before speaking, when you make a mess, bury it, sit very close to those you love. And my 2 cats are definitely my stitching buddies, so I absolutely love this pattern. I need to get, this is another one I want to get back to. I am doing this on 20 count Bestitch Me. It was a Friday night fight night unnamed fabric. So far I just have the C and the little paw. But it's still freaking cute. I'm going to really like this one. Again, 2024, lots of finishes, right? Right. All right. Next up, I saw Handwork Maniac working on this, and EJ Creates from the Sunshine Stitchers, and definitely others, and I can't think of right now. This is available as a Jan Link kit, or it's also available from Pain Free Crafts as a full coverage. I did get the full coverage. This is Spring Montage by Janet Stever, and the Sal name is Janet Stever Sal. And I am just up in the top corner here and just started a couple of these little cherry blossoms. I am doing this on 28 count Easy Grid over 1. And this is where I'm at right now. It's kind of hard to see. Let's see. But yeah, I've got to see some pink up in here and down here where the cherry blossoms are starting. So yeah, this is going to be a beautiful pattern, but it's not going to be done anytime soon. It is quite large. It is 340 by 435. All right. Let's see. After Spring Montage, we go to fall. So this one is from Autumn Lane Stitchery, And I was enabled by Stitching by the Shore, Laura. And this is Autumn Town. I love the colors in this. I love the trees. Just a great pattern, and it is a fun stitch. I am using 28 count Lugana from Crazy Hamster, and I just have a little start on this one. But I think it's going to be a great pattern, and I'm looking for, again, I keep saying that, but I am looking forward to getting back to it. I really don't have any that I've started so far that I'm dreading going back to. It's all like, I want to stitch this again. All right, after Autumn Town, this is a pattern that I was from Hands Across the Sea, and I got it in her Letters from Europe box. This one called to me right away. This is Matilda, or Matilda, with the red and the blue. Love the colors in this. And I am stitching this on, let's see, yeah, Mystic Fabrics Time Worn 36 count over 2. And just a little bit on this, but this is where I'm at. Yeah, the colors look pretty accurate on the fabric, which is nice, considering it's nighttime. I do plan on stitching most of the ones from Letters from Europe, but I'm going to wait to finish this one before I go on to the next one. And that Mystic Fabrics Time Worn is a joy to stitch on. All right. Boy, I'm going kind of fast, but hopefully you get a chance to see everything. All right. Next one I started after Matilda was Be Kind to One Another. And I started this on Easter Sunday. Let's see if I can get this without a glare. It's a beautiful pattern from Needlework Press. I started this with Daydream Stitcher, Stitchy Sally, and Lancashire Stitcher. And it is such a joy to stitch on. I am using all the called for colors, which is Classic Colorworks. And in fact, I've got the next one in the bag here, Be a Friend, that I intend to start whenever I finish Be Kind. It uses the same color palette. I am stitching this on 25 count parchment medium from Dying for Cross Stitch over 1. And that's where I'm at so far. And I don't know that it's showing up in the camera, but there are some beautiful variegation in that red. I really love it. Stitching Sally is definitely ahead of me on this one. Oh, and Gail from my Crafts Books group is also working on this. And it's such a beautiful stitch. And I think Lancashire Stitcher is also ahead of me. But it is a fun stitch, and I do find myself gravitating to this quite as often as I can. Water break. Okay. Oh, we're down to the next basket. Hold on one moment. I'm going to grab that. All right, basket number 2. This one I was enabled by Laura, Stitching by the Shore, Devi, who's Glitter Dove Fairy on Instagram. And this is Serena Sprout by Autumn Lane Stitchery. And isn't she a colorful and fun witch? I just love her. The colors on here are beautiful. I am doing this one on, let's see, I think it's 22 count. 22 count At the Pond by Be Stitch Me. And I'm working on her hat and that wisp of floral magic above her. So pretty. The colors are just beautiful. And I think it goes really well on this fabric from Be Stitch Me. Enjoying this a lot. I have a couple other witches in mind from Autumn Lane because they make really amazing witches patterns, and I would love to do another one. All right, after Serena Sprout, I started a Scarlet House pattern, and this is A Perfect World. I love this one. I do plan on making a couple little changes to this. So in the verse it says, "In a perfect world, you would find me here with the birds and the flowers and the dogs and the deer." And I know it doesn't flow just as nice, but I'm thinking I might change dogs to cats since I love dogs, but I have 2 cats, so. And I was thinking I might give a little more ear to the dogs here and a little more tail to make them look a little more cat-like. I am stitching this on 32 count wicker medium linen from Dying for Cross Stitch, and I've just done the berry bowl at the top. I love this fabric. So it's got the beiges. I don't know if you can see, there's kind of like a dark olivey green in here. I think it's perfect for this pattern. And the berry bowl is really cute. So I'm enjoying this. So that's A Perfect World by the Scarlet House. After A Perfect World, I have to show this first. I won this bag from Pages 3 Stitches. She is a Flosstuber, and she also does the quilting videos. And I won this in her giveaway along with a primitive hair pattern. And I think this is just gorgeous. But, oh, and there's a waterfall on this side. So pretty. That was such a thrill. And in fact, we won like back to back. She won from me and I won from her. She won Come to the Garden from Teresa Kogut. And she's got some fabulous ideas of ways that she's going to change it up a little bit to a midnight garden. Do go check out her video. She's got great ideas. But I am using this bag to hold my 2x2 stitch art, which is a very large pattern with castles and dragons. And I am using Mrs. Sada's silks called Avatar. And if you can see, no, that didn't work. I kind of messed up how I had it rolled in there, and I gotta fix it. But I just have a little start on 25 count Potato Lagana. Yeah, those are all colors that are on the skein of Avatar, and it is just gorgeous. No, I am really going to enjoy working on this one. 2x2 stitch art has some amazing patterns. Now this one, they don't typically name their patterns in there, but if you put in castles and dragons on their Etsy shop, it'll come right up. And I will be sure to link them below. All right, next up. This one is part of the Songbird Garden Sal. And so this is the Songbird Garden series. This is number 5. and it is Bluebird of Happiness from Cottage Garden Samplings. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And you may have seen previously I'm using At the Pond on another pattern, but I'm also using At the Pond on this one. And I am doing 28 count Lugana over 2. Oops. And this At the Pond definitely has more pinks and lavenders in it. I don't know if it's coming out. But so this is where I'm at. Those cherry blossoms are beautiful. And this is a very fun stitch. There's a lot of cherry blossoms. There's a lot of stitching in this pattern, but it is gorgeous. And I can't wait to get more of this done. I do plan on doing all of the Songbird Garden series. And as a matter of fact, I've started another one with Phyllis from Creatively Yours, which I will show in a minute. All right, so next up was When Life is Done. And this is by Silver Creek Samplers. I'm stitching this as a memoriam to my mom, and I started this on her birthday on April 29th. And it says, I love you just as much today as when you died and flew away. I'll not be sad nor shed a tear. Your memories will linger near. We'll meet again when life is done and soar away beyond the sun. Now, it's got 2 flowers in here that she did to represent herself and her sister when their mom passed away. And so this is perfect to use for represent myself and my brother. And then my mother's initials will be here. I might change her hair more brown or brown gray to be closer to myself. But, all right, so I just got a little start on this. This is Grace Notes Fabrics Lady Gray, 18 count. And I just have the I love you so far with a little heart filled in. It's a beautiful pattern, and I'm hoping when things calm down a little bit, I will work on this every Sunday, because my mom and I used to stitch together every Sunday afternoon. So that would be nice to work on that on Sundays. Now, this is the one I'm started with Phyllis from Creatively Yours. Oh, she makes guest appearance on the Creatively Yours channel. But this is Forever and Ever. It's number 1 in the Songbird Garden series. And we're also using Forever Cardinal Sal as a hashtag. And I am stitching this on 27 count Linda over 1. So I just have this top leaf here, but that's about 250 stitches right there. So those flowers are no joke in the pattern, but I am enjoying it, and I love cardinals. So yeah, I'm at the very top of that green flower. Now, this next pattern was a gift from my friend Jennifer in my group, and it is called Lady Halloween. I've seen a number of people working on this. It's been by Jardin Privé. I am adding some colors to this because I'm stitching it on a pretty funky and fun fabric. I am stitching this on Mystic Fabrics, and it's called Fantasy, and 18 count. Oops, where'd I go? Where'd you go? There it is. All right, so this is where I'm at with it. As you can see, look at this fabric. This is so much fun. So I changed the color of the skull to white, and the candle flame, since it was on the green, I changed to purple. So I am going to be playing around with colors on this, and it is a lot of fun. This is such a fun fabric. I mean, look at that. It's gorgeous. Very unusual, and I love it. And thank you to Jennifer for my Lady Halloween pattern. I just love her. All right. One moment, please. Okay, I'm back. I had to turn on the AC because that light that's shining in my face, since it's nighttime now, I was getting a little toasty. All right. So we've only got a few more to go to reach 30. So, like I said, I want to reach my 60th start will be on my 60th birthday in December. And I am down to like deciding between 3 patterns to start on my birthday. I have everything kitted up, all 60 kitted up and ready to go. I did move a couple things around because there were some things like from Nashville Market and getting enabled by Laura and a couple other people, that a couple things got moved around, but nothing wrong with having a few extra starts ready to go whenever I want to. So this next one is from Little House Needleworks. It's the Fall on the Farm series, and this one is called Changing Leaves, so it looks kind of like a quilt block, and I really like this one. Let's see without the glare. There we go. But I think it's very pretty colors, and I had some 18 count Fiddler's Ada, so I am stitching in on that. And actually, I think the Fiddler's Ada goes really well with this, with the brown flecks. And so it's got kind of an autumn feel that goes well with this Changing Leaves pattern. And this is fairly small, so it should stitch up fairly quickly. Let's see. It is 63 by 63. I do plan on doing all of them in the series, one after the other. I believe that's called tissue boxing, and finishing them as pillows. I have a beautiful dough bowl that I got from my sister-in-law for Christmas one year, and I look forward to putting them all in there. Plus the Pinker and Pumpkin salt boxes, as I get them finished, will be done as pillows as well. That's my current plan as of the moment. All right, so next after Changing Leaves is, I'm in love with this sampler because it's slightly non-traditional, but it definitely has traditional elements in it. Heartstring Samplery, Beth Twist, has a fantastic ability to add a bit of modernization to traditional sampler designs, and she just really makes them pop. And so this one is called Scary Sampler by Heartstring Samplery. Now I'm going to bring this in close because there are so many fun elements in this. And just to mention a few, there's the Death Star, pterodactyls from Jurassic Park. One of my favorites is the Weeping Angel from Doctor Who. Don't Blink is the episode. And then there's several other elements, and she lists them all in the pattern when you get it, what they're related to. This is the manor from Jane Eyre, where she was fell in love. And I can't think of the name of it right now. I want to say Thornby Hall, but that's not right. And so, yeah. Oh, and I don't know if you can see it right here. That's the snake from Beetlejuice. And then the Whomping Willow from Harry Potter. And there's more. So I just absolutely love this. What a fantastic idea. All right, and this is on 20 count Ada. It was a fabric of the month from Dying for Cross Stitch, and I got a few pieces of this because I really loved it. So I just have one of the flowers done, but I think it looks terrific already. And I cannot wait to get working on this again. This might accidentally come up on my wheel more often than not. Oh, what a great idea and such a fun pattern. Thank you, Beth Twist. All right, after Scary Sampler, I pulled out a modern folk embroidery that I had purchased a couple of years ago and hadn't started. Oh, and I bet the page, let's see here. This is Home Sweet Home by Modern Folk Embroidery. As you can see, they did it as a monochromatic on the model stitch, which I am doing as a monochromatic with just one thread. But I am using, oops, a DMC variegated that I think is absolutely gorgeous. This is DMC 4522. And can you see all the colors in that? It's also called Canadian Nights. And oh my gosh, I just love that. Beautiful. I just have a tiny start on this, but I'm doing this on 25 count potato Lugana. And hopefully the colors show up. So it looks like in the camera they're showing up, so I'm hoping you can see them too. But, oh, beautiful. I am going to really enjoy this one, as I enjoy every one of the ones that I've started so far. So, yeah, that's Home Sweet Home with Canadian Nights DMC variegated. Gorgeous. Now we're down to number 29. Oh my gosh, we're almost to 30. All right, so this one is from the Red Smalls book from Twin Peak Primitives. I will be doing some in reds, but not all of them in reds. And let's see if I can find the actual pattern here. I'm going to have to hide the bottom. All right, and that's the pattern. It's just called Birds. And it's beautiful. I am using another DMC variegated for this. Also on 25 count potato Lugana. I had a good sized stash of potato Lugana. And this is 4505 and it's called Heathers by DMC. And just gorgeous colors. If you can see the purples and the greens. I have another project as well that I'm stitching with this, and that is Quaker Virtues. I started that prior to 2023. It has not been out in a while, but stitching on this makes me want to get it back out again, so I probably will. So this, again, this is going to be a small, but this is where I'm at so far. And yeah, the color is just gorgeous. DMC, I think, is often underrated with their variegateds, but they really have some beautiful ones. All right, and drum roll, please. Ta-da! We're down to number 30. This one I started with my Crafts and Books group. A number of us got on Zoom and started it together. It's for any of the Dreaming Of patterns from Rosewood Manor. There's irises, there's sunflowers, roses, carnations, number of different projects you can choose. I chose irises because that's one of my favorite flowers. Shouldn't say one of, it is my favorite flower. And I'm just up in this upper left-hand corner. And so we're also using the hashtag DreamingOfSal on Instagram. So any of the Sals that I've mentioned, you are welcome to join in on them. They are very relaxed and easygoing. There's no deadlines. So if you feel like jumping on, Dreaming of Sal or Be Kind Easter Sal or anything else, feel free. We'd love to have you join us. And that's where I'm at so far. The color is beautiful. I'm stitching this on a white 18 count Aida. So I thought white would be perfect with this because there are so many perfect, beautiful colors in Dreaming of Iris. I didn't really want to take a chance at taking away from any of those colors. So I just went with a regular white on this one, and I think it's beautiful. And speaking of Sal's, I will talk about it more in my next Flosstube, which will be this coming Wednesday. I normally film every other Wednesday, and we'll be starting Summer Quaker by Lila's Studio on the first day of summer, which is June 21st. And I will talk about it more then, but I'm starting it with Laura Stitching by the Shore and Alan Gator Stitcher, and it's going to be wonderful. And we'll have a Zoom in my Crafts and Books group to start it. So that is 30 WIPs and 30 more to go. And to finish on December 14th on my 60th birthday. I want to thank you all for joining me. I really appreciate you being here. If you're brand new, I do hope, if you're still around, I do hope you'll hit like and subscribe and come enjoy this journey with me. I'm not going to be doing this again, so 60 starts in 1 year is more than enough. Crazy and fun and worth it. I'm enjoying it a lot and pulling out some patterns that have been stashed away for a while and some newer ones. But I want to thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate all of you, and thank you for being a part of my channel. I love our community and the cross stitch community. And I will see you all on Wednesday night for my next Flosstube. Take care of yourselves, everybody, and take care of each other. Bye-bye.